At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and face the flag. Gentlemen, please remove your caps during our national anthem. We ask that everyone display dignity and respect for our flag, the symbol of the very freedom that was won by millions of men and women who have defended and continue to defend our great nation. We now honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Paradise Coast Sports Complex here in beautiful, sunny Naples, Florida with Tim Hill. I'm Brian Kelly as we bring you another live action game of Naples United Football Club, who enter this game 3-1 against the Miami Dutch Lions, who come in perfect 2-0. Tim, and you've seen them play, and you've been pretty impressed.
Yeah, this Dutch Lion team, even though that they didn't get to start at the beginning of the season, they're going to be playing a little bit of catch-up. But this is a big game in the Sunshine Conference because these are the two top teams, and they're going head-to-head. And right now, Naples United is in first place with a 3-1 record. The only blemish is when they went over to Boca Raton last week, and they lost in the last 30 seconds of the game. Where, on the other hand, the Dutch Lions, they have played Central Florida Panthers. They beat them 2-1. And then last week, they played the Storm and won 10-0 at home. So this is going to be a big game for Naples United because they kind of hold their own destiny in their hands simply because by knocking these Dutch Lions off, they're pretty much getting themselves prepared to get in position for the playoffs, which start July 14th.
Top four teams in the Sunshine Conference division qualify for the playoffs out of, what do we got in here, 6, I believe? Yep, 6 teams. And right now, as Tim said, Naples United has a 3-1 record. Miami Dutch, 2-0. They don't have any blemishes. Yeah, they haven't played as many games, obviously, as Naples. So this is really, as Tim said, a big game. Should Naples pull this out, they're really in the catbird seat as far as qualifying for the playoffs and maybe getting one of the higher seeds, too.
And that's the one thing is that if you become a 1 or 2 seed, you will be hosting the first round of the playoffs. Now, this Dutch Lion team, they are a very talented team. They are going to play what would you classify as an Ajax system, the Dutch system. Listening to their coach, they like to keep possession and they like to knock the ball around the park, and then they will look to try to spread out the defense and come through the center and target to make passes to their goal-scoring forwards. One of the guys that got a couple of goals for them, he's got 3 goals on the season right now in 2 games. He is number 8, Philip Speckenbaum, and he is their midfielder. He's one to watch.
All right. Quickly for Naples, Cano is the lone forward. Behind him is Gonzalez and Marisco. Marisi sitting in kind of as a defensive, or I should say attacking mid. Alvarez, Roddy also in the midfield. Maldonado, Diaz outside defensively. Poclaba, Hadi, the two deep backs, and then Blanco is back. That's important. Christian Blanco was out the last two matches, the last one at home and then on the road last week against Boca. He's their number one starter, and he's the most tenured player in this franchise, so it's good to have him back.
Yeah, it's definitely to get that, but they do have a couple of other injuries that did pop up. But the thing is that just like a couple weeks ago when we were home, it just means that somebody's got to step up. The one thing in talking to Coach Portland about that is that he wants to see how they're going to respond after a loss, because that's going to be a very telltale sign of that. So Coach Portland was interested. I was at a practice during the week, looked at seeing what they were trying to do. They were looking at really trying to put some high pressure on people to try to do them make turnovers, which that would help them, especially with the way that this Dutch Lion team wants to possess and knock the ball around the park.
So it'll be a free kick here for Naples. If you're just joining us, we are just underway, 47 seconds into the match. And from the kickoff for the last 48 seconds, it's been entirely on Naples' defensive end. Hadi takes the free kick, booms it ahead looking for Cano, and it's won by the back for the Dutch Lions. Now Naples tries to regroup. The center back, or playing back there right now, actually, was Gonzalez that received that number 11. Taking the throw in now for Naples. Well, we're still, as usual, we're still kind of dealing with numbers, but Naples has it and drops it back to Hadi. Hadi looks to the other wing. Naples being pretty patient, picking their spots as they send it to the near side. Oh, someone's got one of the horns. All right, so the keeper for the Dutch Lions collects, lays it outside the box. No pressure right now by Naples, however. They're sitting back a little bit. And the center back is a big dude who carries it up almost to midfield, plays it out to the left wing. One thing Tim and I noticed as they're warming up is it appears the Dutch Lions have a lot of youth on their roster.
And for those of you which are watching the game that's being on YouTube, the Naples United FC team is in the powder blue kits, and the Naples Dutch Lions are in the fluorescent orange and white kits.
Can't really miss them. Keeper rolls it out, coming near side. As Tim indicated, a possession-oriented team. Kind of the Netherlands colors, think about it. Nice step in there by Naples. They get it wide. Inside the 18, a chip looking for Cano. Cano collects, is dispossessed, and it's just a loose ball.
Got kicked off a defender, and the Naples team was trying to get the referee to buy in for a handball.
And they're quickly going the other way. One attacker versus three defenders lays it off. Shot is over. So first shot of the game. Okay, our director and producer Juan tells me that pretty much all the players from this team are from the Netherlands. We have a lot of people on Naples' team from Argentina. As Hadi collects, looks forward, finds Alvarez. Alvarez turns, beats a man across midfield, looking left, plays a nice three ball to Cano. It's a foot race, but the keeper's able to get there a little sooner. That was just run on a little long for Cano to catch. And the keeper is Peter Wenzel, who's actually touched the ball quite a bit in the early going, Tim, which is a good sign for Naples, even though there haven't been any hard shots by the Naples United.
He just had to play with his feet so far for the most part.
Throw in. Kano tries to collect it off his chest. Unable to do so. The Lions fight for it. Naples able to win it back. Hadi swings it to the middle. Now they come to the near side. That's Goss, number 3. And he misplays that one. It's intercepted by the Lions, and they're off to the races. Coming back and knocking the Dutch player from behind was Marisi. That is going to be a free kick for the Dutch Lions.
They're going to be about 30 yards out for this direct free kick. And the wind that we do have, especially here in the stadium, it is blowing against them right now. So they're shooting toward the south end of the stadium.
Taking the free kick is Philip Speakenbaum, the one that you were referring to earlier, Tim. There's a man coming on the near sideline who's wide open just in case they want to do a little trickery. And no, they're going to play it inside the 18, headed out by Kano. And the Dutch collect by midfield. That's Leendertste. On the ball, plays a booming kick down by the corner of the 18. That is collected by the Dutch. The Dutch Lions. No call. The official waves that off. That's a good no call. He tried to get a free kick there, but nothing doing, says the official. So it'll be a goal kick for Naples. Again, Christian Blanco back in his usual spot after sitting out with some injuries. And they play a short ball in the 18 and come to the near sideline with it. That is Pokabla. And now the Dutch collect.
They're having a hard time connecting passes with the FC players here, trying to pass the ball out of the back. They've actually passed it to the orange. And here, but we're going to have an offsides call by the referee, as Kano was a few yards in front of the last defender.
And he was barely on the attacking end of the field for Naples. Had he been right on the midfield stripe or on Naples' half of the field, so to speak, he wouldn't have mattered, but he was slightly across midfield when the ball was played and beyond the last defender. So it will be a free kick for the Dutch. They play short. That's Spickenbaum on the ball. He plays it back to the center back. That is Lars van du Verglut. That's easy for me to say. The Dutch, short little quick passes, 1 or 2 touches typically. This was not a good touch for the Dutch, and Naples will have a throw-in. This is Federico Goss. Taking the throw near midfield. Scoreless as we played 7 minutes and 28 seconds so far here at Paradise Coast Sports Complex. Goss launches it in, headed out by the Lions. Little flick header near midfield. Goss steps into it. Plays to Alvarez. Switches. On the far side is Diaz. He drops it to Blanco. Now Hadi on the right side. Big kick over the top. And onside this time is Kano. Kano takes a shot. Just over. No, pardon me, that is not Kano. That was Morisco. My bad. That was Morisco. Nice play. We talked before about long balls getting into that type of routine can be dangerous. Here's the replay. But that was a nicely played ball. Right in front of Morisco. He ran right onto it, had an opportunity, and just slightly over the crossbar, but it was touched by the keeper's fingertips, so it'll be a corner kick, first of the night for Naples. So the keeper, Peter Winsel, just got a fingertip on it, which is good news for Naples. It'll be an FC corner. Taking it on the far side is Marisi. And it'll be an outswinger with the bright yellow boots. Here we go. Into the 18, short, and goal!
And we got a goal! Wonderful touch, goal scored by number 15.
Poklaba. I believe that's Poclaba's first goal of the year, if I'm not mistaken, Tim.
I don't know. We don't have those stats.
Great job by Naples on the corner. Short flick on the near post. Poclaba was there in the backside. Here it comes on the replay.
It was a great touch. It was kind of like a little half volley that sent it across the 6-yard box, and then Zeba put the ball in the back of the net.
Trying to get the number of the person who flicked it. On the replay, it's hard to distinguish. We're going to have it one more time. Nope, we're going. 9th minute of the match. The PA announcer did not indicate who had the assist. We'll try to get that for you hopefully soon. But nice job by Naples to take advantage of that corner kick. First of the night for Naples FC. Now they play it back to Blanco. That was Goss dropping it. And Blanco plays up near midfield, looking for Morisco. Can't control. The Dutch Lions collect. Play ahead in the middle of the park. However, intercepted by Naples. And now Naples reloads. That's Roddy on the ball, number 5. And now Hadi drops it back to Blanco once again.
That's one thing that the Naples United team practiced a lot, was very quick 1- and 2-touch passes. And here we go again with a break.
Morisco, 1v1.
Cuts it in.
Goal!
And we got another goal! 2-0 Naples United.
Holy mackerel. In 2 goals in about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And watching some of the Dutch players, they are coming unglued here. This is something they're not used to. A deficit.
Morisco with the goal.
Here it is on the replay. Morisco trying to fend off that defender on his left and able to shoot it far post. Keeper
And
had
the one
nothing.
thing which, if anybody's out there wanting to learn to become a professional player or be a goal scorer, it doesn't matter if it's the college level, high school level, he placed it perfectly. Low, hard, passed in the back of the net into the corner, and that's how you do it. So it's a great start for Naples United.
Danger here, but it's dropped to Blanco. And don't know if our viewers noticed, but Gonzalez was making a great run, pretty much even square to Morisco, so he could have possibly had a shot himself. So great job by Naples. Dutch inside the 18 now. Man open at the back post. Here comes a shot. Goal.
And we have a goal there.
That was a quick turnaround here for the Dutch, able to rebound after Naples just scored its second. Man on the back post, we're going to have the replay for you here in a second, was unmarked.
Lots of commitment, and that's one thing that happened defensively.
Wide open, as you can see, 1v1 with our keeper, Blanco, and he's able to barely get it in because we had a couple defenders right on the goal line, but snuck it in. 2-1 Naples. Nice move to beat the keeper. I believe, 18. Thijs Middeldorp. So it's 2-1. Long ball ahead to Gonzalez. He collects. Waiting for some help. Dances in the corner. And is tripped. Free kick for Naples. Hopefully he is all right.
Referee's having a little talking to him.
That was a really smart play, Tim, when you think about it, because he really didn't have anywhere to go, so he slowed it down, knowing there's a good chance he's going to get whacked and creating a free kick opportunity, and that's exactly what happened. I think some of the Naples players were looking for a card on the Dutch player, but regardless, Naples has a free kick outside the 18, 13:57 played in the first half. Naples is up 2-1, scoring 2 goals, essentially 2 minutes apart, and then less than a minute after that, the Dutch Lions scored. This will be Gonzalez on the ball, the one who was fouled. As Naples sets inside the 18. Gonzalez with a little stutter step. Now I play. Oh, I'm sorry. That
Hits it
not
off
Gonzalez.
the wall.
That was.
And it's going to be a throw-in.
Marisi taking the free kick. My bad. So Naples throw in. So they kind of reset. Goss will take it. Looking for help, and this one is misplayed. Bad touch out of bounds for a Lions throw.
That's one thing which you're going to have to watch. I'm interested to see how the defense gets in sync, because the one thing in watching the game last week where they ended up losing the last 30 seconds is that they did not keep composed and they overcommitted, just like what they did on that ball there, which left a man open to put it in the back of the net. So that caused problems for the defense, and hopefully they can settle that down. You need to have a little bit better communication, and you got to also, hopefully Blanco was able to, as far as the keeper goes, he should try to be directing the traffic, especially his fullbacks, telling him what's happening in around the area, because he's got the best seat in the house to let his defense know what's going on.
A missed trap by the Dutch, and Hadi on it now for Naples. Drops to Blanco back in the 18. Naples United up 2-1. Blanco gets it out, far side, nice settle, and it's going to be out of bounds for Naples. That is Diaz to take the throw in on the far side. Oh, by the way, we haven't mentioned yet, if you notice watching, it's going to be foul on the Dutch Lions. If you look on your screen, you can see only, right now I see like 2 people on the berm across the way, because everybody else is over here in front of us on the bleachers. They've opened up the bleachers and the press box to the public for the first time for a Naples game.
This is the grand opening, and it's absolutely wonderful. We've got a great crowd on hand, and they're still coming in here supporting the Naples United Football Club, and that's great to have, and it also makes for a better atmosphere.
And Juan, just turn the camera so you can see some of the fans. Nice little play, 2-man play on the restart.
We're going to have another foul. Looks like a tripping foul, and it's going to be set up more like a corner kick for this particular foul coming up for Naples United.
Very much like a corner. And that's quite a few fouls in the last 2 to 3 minutes committed by the Dutch Lions.
Now, if you're looking for something for your son or daughter to do, well, come and check out the summer clinics. All through the summer, ages 4 through 19 are welcome. You can register at naplesunited.com/camps. That's naplesunited.com/camps.
The Dutch Lions set up a 2-man wall just outside the edge of the 18. And I believe it's Marisi taking this restart as he did on the near side. I believe, yeah, it's number 7, Marisi. Sends it in, back post, keeper able to grab it. Again, the keeper is Peter Wenzel, who shanks this one terribly out of bounds right near Coach Poland. He catches and plays to Goss, who actually keeps it, and Goss gets a spare. So good break for Naples. That punt only went about 40 yards, if that. Looking for Cano. He's wanting
and we're going to have another foul. He was getting mugged. He was wrapped up like a Christmas present. The only thing is, when you're wearing those bright uniforms, that actually shows up on the blue really well, and I could tell from the press box how he had him wrapped up and he was holding him.
Quite a few fouls here again on the Dutch Lions. What are we at? 6 for them, only 2 for Naples. On this free kick is Gonzalez 11, and looks like Marisi again, who's kind of become the free kick specialist for Naples United. The official blows a whistle. Here's Marisi's kick, going right towards the middle. Flicked it!
Oh, beautiful head ball by Cano!
Holy mackerel, what a nice
wonderful
play.
Setup.
Wow, Cano with the flick header. The assist goes to Marisi, number 7, on the free kick. 3-1, Naples. With 19 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first half. Now Naples needs to buckle down on defense and not allow what happened after their second goal to happen again, which was a quick counter goal by the Dutch Lions.
And that's the one thing is that when you score goals like that quickly, a lot of times you'll have a tendency to sit back on your heels a little bit instead of staying up on your forefoot and being focused. When you get a goal and you score it for yourself, you got to make sure that you are very defensive-minded and you got to make sure that you're solid. You don't want to give up another cheap goal again. But right now, Naples United up 3-1.
An interception by Cano. Cano dances. No real hard pressure. Drops it back to Gonzalez, who switches it. That's on the far side, Morisco. Now Naples in the middle of the park. They swing it this side to Roddy. Now Goss. Goss. Back to Roddy. Big switch in the back, so usually a little dangerous, and it is collected by the Dutch Lions.
Good defensive play. They covered that very well.
Diaz able to kick it out, let the defense drop in behind.
Also, youth development programs are being done by Naples FC, and what they do is every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. here at the Sports Complex. They do that at 6 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday, and you can register at naplesunited.com/club soccer.
Jose Sierra plays it inside the box. Hadi heads it out for Naples, and then it's cleared by Roddy with the kick up to about midfield. The Dutch collect it, and they drop it back to one of their defenders. That's Angelo Linderzi. Now on the far side, they go right up the touchline. Intercepted, however, by Diaz. And he cuts to the middle of the pitch. Now it's Goss on the near sideline. It's 3-1 Naples United with 21 minutes played in the first half. Goss drives a little, finds Marisi looking for Cano, going up the middle of the park, and unfortunately the Dutch Lions intercept, and now they have a little momentum and some numbers. They are very patient, kind of like you said, possession, Ajax type of team. Backside is open, and it is saved from going out of bounds by Ricky Soto. Soto beats one man, still on the ball. Drops it up top.
Good defensive play, and here we could have a break if he sees him. He's got to stay inside. Cano was open. They finally get him to him on the outside.
Yep, and on the opposite side is Gonzalez, who's now somewhat open on our near side. Naples decides to pull it back, keep possession, be patient. Goss ahead to Gonzalez. Trying the combination with Roddy. Intercepted, however, by...
Now, the one thing which I'm seeing is that the Dutch Lions, when they're playing defense, they are playing that flat back system. And the one thing that can break that, it depends on how they're spacing, which they're opening up channels for Naples United to get through, which they have absolutely split a few times. And I'm watching them line up, and there's a lot of opportunities, and I think we have the speed to exploit that defense. So look for that a little bit more coming up here.
Cano commits a foul, so just the third foul on Naples as the Dutch Lions have it at midfield. Dangerous pass. Cano almost comes back to intercept that. The Dutch Lions still keep possession. It's 3-1 Naples United with 23 minutes and 17 seconds played in the first half. Big game, the two top teams in the Southern Conference of the
NPSL.
Yes, thank you, NPSL.
In the Sunshine Conference.
Roddy drops to Hadi. Takes his time, plays ahead, great ball. Finds his intended target, Morisco. Now Naples. Marisi plays back. Oh, nice pullback move by Roddy. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Roddy. Now the Dutch Lions, it's 2v2. Shot from the left side, saved by Blanco. So shot for the Dutch Lions and a save by Christian Blanco. Blanco taking his time, waiting for his teammates to push up. His punt goes perfectly to Gonzalez, and he's not able to keep it in. That was a really good directional punt. And had Gonzalez kept it in, who knows, because he's got blazing speed, and I think he could have got around the corner there. As it is, it's a Dutch Lions throw-in. They trail by 2 goals. And knock it around in the back. Yeah, Tim, in the 21 years I coached high school, I rarely ran a flatback. To me, it was, I don't know, it's taking too much of a risk. I always like to have depth with like a center back or sweeper. What was your preference when you coached?
I did whatever was good for my team, what they understood. But a lot of times, it depended on tactically what you knew, how to break down other teams. And with this, I think that we're in a good situation with Naples United because of the speed that they have. And like I said, there's the channels for them to make good diagonal runs. And the midfielders and the fullbacks are seeing that space, and they're really feeding the forwards, giving them an opportunity.
Kano trip from behind. That foul called on Lars van der Gloot. And Van der Gloot points to around midfield where it appeared Naples could have been called for a foul, but the referee did not blow her whistle. But that one was way more obvious as Kano hits the deck. 26 minutes played in the first half. Naples United FC leading 3-1 over the Miami Dutch Lions, the 2 top teams in this division, squaring off here. It will be Marisi on the free kick. He has 1 assist on a restart already. And this is a rocket.
Driven off.
Yes.
Dutch Lion, they're trying to save it so it doesn't go out for a corner.
And they do. I believe he was taking a rip there. I don't think that was intended for anybody except for the back of the net. And the Dutch Lions slow it, switch it to the far side. Nice job defending by Naples. And now it's Morisco on the ball. Trying to get around the edge, and it's out of bounds for a Naples throw.
Good defensive play there. It's been a very entertaining game here in the first half. And, they always say that soccer's somewhat boring because there's not a lot of scoring. Well, folks, we've got 27 minutes left in this game, and we've got 4 goals. So this has been a very exciting first half. Long shot. Just goes wide of the net.
Here are the standings prior to this game, and there was a game Friday that's not included. Oh, as of yesterday. Okay, so the Friday's matches are included. You can see Miami Dutch Lions with the 2 wins and 0 losses. Naples United with 3 wins and 1 loss. A heartbreaking loss last weekend at Boca where they were down 3-2 with just about 3 to 4 minutes left, able to tie it, which was would have been a moral victory and maybe gotten at least a point. And then, as Tim said earlier, just 30 seconds left, a counterattack breakdown, and Boca comes away with the W. We have a little fight for the 50-50 ball here on the Naples defensive end. The Dutch Lions win it, drop it. Quick 1 and 2 touch passes. They're in the middle of the pitch. Play ahead forward. The man is free. Shot is over the crossbar. That will be a goal kick.
And over the top of the goal. That was a dangerous play. And that's also, we've got our 3 fullbacks that are playing basically a flat back system. And with this system, especially a possession team like what the Dutch Lions are, you can pick and choose where you can find those slots and kind of feed it through, which they did a good job of breaking down that defense. But at least they didn't give up a goal.
When you got the quick 1-2 passes, which we just saw there, really can break any defense down, whether it's a flat back, whether you got a sweeper, stopper. And that's one thing that I've noticed. They play really quick 1 and 2 touch passes, and that's when they're most dangerous. They're not so good 1v1, but as a team, they're dangerous. And they have it on the near sideline. Intercepted by Kano. He got a foot on it at least. Back to the Dutch Lions. And they drop it to Jose Sierra. And now they swing it to the left side. The center back has it. Plays ahead, and it's intercepted by Naples. That's Diaz, and Diaz hits the floor, and
He's
it'll be a
gonna
foul.
call. Yep, got
Another
tripped.
one. Wow, 8-3. 8 on the Dutch Lions, only 3 on Naples. And Hottie will take the free kick on the Naples defensive end with 29 minutes played in the first half. And he booms it ahead, looking for Cano. Cano flicks, trying to save it as Gonzalez. He does, he back heels, but nobody home except for the Dutch Lions, and they go the other way.
They actually have some numbers up if they move it up quickly.
But a
And they
miss
overplayed
hit.
it. Yep.
And now Naples collects. Good job by Alvarez to drop to Hottie. And now on the far side, come back near us. There's a little triangle that didn't succeed for Naples. Nice turn by the Dutch Lions. They play ahead. Shot. Saved by Blanco. Here comes another one. Blanco's ready, but it's over the crossbar. Wow. Nice save by Christian Blanco. It's so nice to have your number one keeper back in the net.
Yep, that was a big save, and that's one thing. Defense have got to get tightened up. They're giving up opportunities right now. And that might mean that they may need to have their midfielders come back and drop and also pick up those marks that are making those overlapping runs because they're kind of getting outnumbered.
They are. And that was a nice layoff that led to that shot by the Dutch Lions, but a great save by Christian Blanco. And he will take the goal kick. That's won by Naples. Now a 50-50. The Dutch Lions collect. Near side is Felipe Alvarez going down to the middle of the pitch. He's rebuffed, and they reload near midfield. Lions bring it to the near sideline. Again, that is Alvarez. Philip Spinkelbaum, who's kind of been quiet, Tim, in this match so far. On the ball, dancing, is Pedro Caratini.
We got people open.
Yep, on the backside, especially.
Backside, and there it is.
There, and across, knocked out of harm's way by Poclaba, who has one of the goals for Naples tonight. But yeah, Tim, you're right. The midfielders need to come back and do a better job, especially when there's a slow build-up like this. There's no excuse to have anybody open. It's not like it's a quick counter. And right now, even here on the touchline, 13 kind of raised his arms up. Sierra waiting, unhappy with that he wasn't seen by his teammates because he was wide open. Now they're going to switch, and they do. 1-2 there. Caratini, and it goes out of bounds.
That was a good build-up.
It really was.
But defense, at least, their defense that gave them a bother didn't give them just a free chance to get that wide open shot, which Naples have given up a couple of those here tonight.
It's kind of that's an example of a bend but don't break defense, which I'll take it. If you're not breaking, that's all that matters. Naples is up 3-1 with 32 minutes played in the first half. We play 45-minute halves at this level. This makes it almost to Gonzalez. Instead, the Dutch Lions collect and reset and switch to the far side. Right around the midfield stripe, drop back to the center back.
And the one thing, especially with the Dutch Lions, only playing 2 games, they are playing 3 games in 8 days. This is the first one. So when you're down here, especially in South Florida, this is going to take a lot of energy out of you. So it really would be a benefactor to try to make them work as hard as they can because they do have some games coming up. But
Another
a good given
combo.
goal through ball, but it gets intercepted well defensively by United.
Diaz, number 14, steps there and saves the day. A little 1v1 here between Roddy and the Dutch line player. It's going to be a Naples throw, or is it?
It's
Nope.
going to be on the floor.
Okay, so a foul on Naples. Just the 4th by Naples United. And it'll be a free kick for the Dutch Lions. Jose Sierra, 13, left it. And it's Philip Spiekenbaum, who is going to take the free kick. He's waving at his players, sends it in. A floater to the back post, headed out by Naples. Morisco had it for a second, got it out of harm's way at least, and now the Dutch Lions reset. Nice move in the middle of the field. And they go out wide. Well, they're trying to, but Diaz intercepts that pass. And now Naples with a little 1-2. Oh, ahead to Cano. He looked offsides and he was offsides. If he had not been, that's Katie bar the door. He was off to the races. But it was pretty obvious, even from our angle up here. 3-1 Naples leads with 35 minutes played in the first half against the Miami Dutch Lions, who take it up on the far side of the pitch. That, I don't know if I believe it was intended, but it did not work. And Naples plays long to Cano this time. He's
offside. Yep.
I don't disagree with that call either.
Nope. Offside once again, just a little bit too far.
Oh, and a card on Cano, apparently for kicking the ball away after he's frustrated with the call.
That's one thing that the team needs to do. They need to become a little more disciplined because they're wearing their emotions on their sleeve, and we understand it. But the thing is that was just a dumb card. And the thing is, that can hurt a team eventually down the road. Just like with Marisi, he was walking off our last home game. There was a penalty kick given, and the next thing you know, he got a second ticket, and so we lost him for that next game.
Oh,
that was a costly loss.
We lost him for the last game at home because it was the game prior to that he got carded and he had to sit out the last home match before this one. And our whistle? Guess not. Must be a fan with a whistle. Bringing it up on the near sideline for Naples is Poklaba. Intercepted by the Dutch Lions. That appeared to be a high kick, no call. And they're off to the races once again with combinations in the middle. Nice stick by Diaz, however. And now he's on the ball, carries, and plays out wide. He has had couple really good defensive stops tonight, Tim. Playing ahead, and offsides on Gonzalez.
Yep. He is offside. They've got to see that a little bit quicker, but the forwards have got to be a little bit smarter because they're right there in front of them. And they've got to make that pass just a touch quicker, keep them on sides.
Well, what happens oftentimes is the front runners are ball watching. They're watching the ball like, oh, here comes the pass towards me, and they don't look, for the offsides. And that's one thing when you have a flat back four is you got to be aware of a trap because that's much easier to run when you run into flat back four, and that's what has been occurring here the last few times down the field. 37 minutes played in the first half. 3-1 Naples leads. They're on the far side of the field. Are the Dutch intercepted by Diaz again? He's Johnny on the spot and plays out wide. And nice combination. Morisco gets it back. He has some time and some space. Burns past the defender. He's in the 18. Lays it across. Shot.
Oh, what a save.
Whoa.
What a save.
Peter Winslow with the save. The shot by Johnny Gonzalez. And now the Dutch Lions are heading the other way. They do not have numbers up. A lot of defenders they have to get through here as Naples drops. And that's Philip Spiekenbaum on the ball. He is really creative when he touches it, and he's had it a lot more the last few minutes. Now they're around the 18, trying to cut in, get to the end line across. Whew, no.
Goes out, goes off a defender, and it's going to be a corner.
I was thinking there's no way I could go off at that crazy angle and been a shank. So it was off a Naples player. How many corners have they had? Is this their first?
First corner of the evening.
Naples has had one, but they made the most of it because they scored one of their 3 goals. It appears to be Spiekenbaum who's going to take it. Maybe he has a teammate coming over. They play short. Now Spiekenbaum gets it back. Plays it in the 18, flick. Naples desperately trying to get it out. Back heel, and a soft little shot that Blanco was able to collect. That could have been a lot more dangerous than it was. So Naples fortunate to come out on the positive end of that sequence. Gonzalez. Oh, boy, this could be trouble. And it is Blanco with a save. I have to say, Tim, if I were the coach of the Dutch Lions, I would not be real happy with the shot from that distance when the player had a lot of green space forward in front of him.
But the thing is he saw that the goalkeeper was out, and
True.
if he would have hit it properly, which he didn't.
No, obviously not. You're right. Can't. I guess you like the old saying, you can't score if you don't shoot. Goss carries to the corner of the 18, drops to Blanco. He chips it near side to Poklaba, who has a goal tonight. Head to Roddy. Now they look for Cano at the header. Gonzalez running it down near the end line, cuts it, has time, lays it off, and it's knocked away by the defender for the Dutch Lions. Gonzalez, a little step over, beats the man again, tries to hit it off of him for a throw or a corner. Instead, it's going to be a throw for Naples. Good job, though, again, on the corner, holding the ball and keeping possession.
Good offensive attack. And yeah, Johnny Gonzalez, I watched him at training, and his intensity at training, he really goes after players and tells them, keep working harder. Because the thing is, that's what this league is all about, wanting to take that next step to the next level. Well, he's showing a lot of good characteristics, and he's got a lot of skills to do that.
Cano, it doesn't go out of bounds. He steps toward the ball again, and it'll be a Naples throw-in one more time. We have just about 4 minutes left, not counting any injury time that the referee may add. Naples leads 3-1. That's Roddy. Kind of mishit it. Looking for Morisco. However, Alvarez is there for a moment. Diaz steps, and it's going to be out of bounds, maybe.
Stayed in.
No, it stays in. This is trouble for Naples. The Dutch Lions in the 18 again. Top of the box. They get it out to the left side again. And Coach Poland calling for offsides. It doesn't matter. Shots over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick. Either he was calling for offsides or yelling at his defenders to mark better, because there were some players that were roaming freely in there for the Dutch Lions, which is how they scored their one goal. It was a lack of marking on the backside. So it will be a goal kick for Naples. Blanco with a great save just a little while ago to keep the score where it's at 3-1. Poklaba plays to Goss. Left foot. Pulls back and drops to Hadi around the D. Good job of checking back to the ball for Marisi. Poklaba with lots of time. Ahead to Cano. Two defenders on him. Nice stick there by their stud, Spickenbaum. And we have a foul. Another one on the Dutch Lions. The official, guess the ball wasn't in the right spot or wasn't settled, so she's asking them to take the free kick again. About 2 minutes remaining, not counting injury time. 1 more minute added, Juan tells us, so we're looking at about 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first half. Poklaba goes to the opposite corner. 50-50 ball right on the arc, and it's collected by the Dutch Lions. They come near side. Another combo, this one unsuccessful. They're getting a little frustrated with themselves, as you can see there on your screen. It'll be a Naples throw-in.
No, it's not.
Oh.
They are. She is.
What?
She bought into it.
What is the call?
What I would classify as, if I was an official, it would have been an obstruction in a sense, because he shielded him from making the run. But I don't know.
She's telling Gonzalez it's not your kick, but her arm's not up.
Her arm's not up, so
indicate indirect. So
it's not indirect, so it is going to be a direct free kick.
I didn't see anything there that would resemble
And now
or warrant
the fourth,
direct.
the assistant official, making them bring it back.
That is in ghost call, but regardless, it's floated into the 18. Trouble here. An own
And
goal.
an own goal
Hottie.
off the defense.
Own goal on the free kick.
Well, number 13 is going to get credited for that because he's the last Miami Dutch Lion player to touch it.
Jose Sierra. And Hottie, just mistake, unfortunate, flicked it into his own goal. It's 3-2 with about a minute and a half left.
So it started out with a questionable call, the free kick, and then miscommunication because I don't know if Blanco is a goalkeeper. That should have been his ball all the way. And in here, if we watch it on the replay, I'm sure it would show that, but the defender had plenty of time to clear it out, but flipped it over the top of his keeper's arms.
We'll take a look at that again at halftime, if we have time, because I know Tim has a guest coming on. The Dutch have it with about 40 seconds left, and Hottie clears it away. 1 minute of extra time, so we've got about a minute 20 left, and it's Roddy ahead. Kano is offside.
And it's going to be offsides again.
And wouldn't have mattered because...
It's got to be done quicker. Got to be done quicker. They are offsides.
Kind of a moot point anyway because he did shoot it, not knowing he was offsides, and the keeper came up with a nice kick save. We have 1 minute in 1 minute exactly right now left in the first half. Naples is up 3-2. Lots of goals being scored in this half. As the keeper, Winslow, plays it ahead. Someone needs a step for Naples. This could be trouble. Lays it out to the left side. The Dutch Lions fake a shot, get it up to the tops, and a shot is over the crossbar. That shot was by Pedro Caratini. And Blanco will take the goal kick with 29 seconds left, unless the official decides to add a little bit more time. I'm really looking forward to watching the replay of the foul that led to their goal. I absolutely didn't see anything there.
And there we are at halftime.
Okay, so it is Naples leading 3-2. I have a sinking suspicion that this will not be the score at the end of the match because these two teams are really up and down. It's a fast-paced game, a lot of goals being scored, and I think it's going to continue in the second half, which makes for exciting soccer to watch here on YouTube. So we will take a quick break, and we'll be back with more here from Paradise Coast Sports Complex.
Test. Okay, we are happy to have a gentleman who is a prominent member here in Naples. His name is Winston White, and he had played professional soccer for 17 years. He's originally from Leicester City, England, where he played close to 600 games. And now here in Naples, he is actually the vice president of the Collier County Sports Council. Welcome to this, and this has got to be a big day for you because we finally have opened up phase one and the stadium. You got to be very proud with this.
No, absolutely. I'm absolutely delighted. As I stand here now, this was the vision of the county a few years ago, and they brought me in to sort of advise a little bit on the soccer side of things, and it's actually exceeded our wildest dreams. It's great to see the stand, the bleachers full as well, which is fantastic, and the facility looks fantastic. It's not even finished yet.
Yeah, this is only phase one of phase four that they hopefully do down here. And I know that's a big thing. So talk to us a little bit about what the Sports Council does here in Naples.
Right, okay. So I was invited onto the Sports Council about just shy of 4 years ago. And what they wanted to do is they wanted to get more sports-orientated people involved. It was the Sports Council is a volunteer group. It's made up of effectively hoteliers and people in the commercial world. And as I said, they were a little bit short on people who actually had sports experience. So I was honored to be invited on the board, and we've done a number of different things in terms of being involved, obviously, with the sports complex, but not just the sports complex, because we have a lot of other things as well. We have North Collier Park, we have places in Amarkali. So what we try and do is we try to almost create a sports tourism vehicle, so that we are the voice to say, well, when you're coming to Naples, get in contact with the Sports Council. We can direct you in the right way. And this is across all groups. As you can see with the success of pickleball, for example. Because the first time I ever saw pickleball was when I came here. And I knew that soccer was bigger than pickleball. So when they invited me to come on board, I said, well, look, I see soccer being much bigger in Naples, even though the demographics sometimes don't say that. I saw it, if we could build something, then people would come, literally. And that's starting to happen now.
Yes, it certainly has. And you are doing quite a project that hopefully is going to take off and be here next Memorial Day. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, well, again, really exciting times. Again, my vision initially, even before I got involved with the Sports Council, was to do something involved in soccer. So when I saw the phases and how I could play a part, I said, well, look, I want to run a tournament. I want to provide a tournament that is different to the tournaments that I've seen effectively, because it is with helping pathways for young players. Now, the chances of making it as a professional soccer player are quite low, let's be honest, but people just want to participate in the game. So I will try to provide vehicles for them. So if they want to play at the level of, let's say, Naples United, who are playing there here this evening, fine. But if they're good enough, then I will give them opportunities to play at different levels. And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm just trying to give hope and aspirations to young players, boys and girls.
And that's going to be quite an opportunity that these kids can get, because that's what it is. I know with me being an ex-player, I know what I went through, and I had a lot of help from people. But the thing is that we're both very involved, and we both love helping out kids, which it's not, soccer's not the richest sport. But the thing is that the opportunity for it to grow, and not only grow on the soccer field, but it grows, if you play this game, you're going to meet people from all over the world. You never will know where that could lead you as you get older in time.
That's absolutely right, Tim. And one of the great things about any team sport is the characteristics that you build from that. You become part of a team. You understand about responsibility. You understand about taking ownership of things. Let's be honest. Some of our adults in our communities now, in our world now, are not showing a good example. So sport has always been a great vehicle. It gives a sense of pride, local pride, as well as national pride. So it's all those different factors that I look at when I look at creating a tournament. It is about adding, not just about the soccer. It's more than the soccer experience. It's a cultural experience as well, because I'm very, very, engaged in the international side of the game as well. So I'm hoping that we're going to have a great presence of international teams next year as well. And those cultural exchanges were some of the things that made me want to be a soccer player. So I want to get other young players to actually experience what I experienced when I was a young kid.
Right. Well, since you know the game so well, what's your impression of the first half?
Well, it's a bit of a free-for-all at the moment. This game could end up like 6-5. It's an incredible game, great for entertainment, but there is some questionable defending. Let's put it that way.
Yep, totally agree. Well, thank you so much for joining us here, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thanks, Tim. It's been a pleasure.
Welcome back to Paradise Coast Sports Complex with Tim Hale. I'm Brian Kelly. We're getting ready to start the second half where Naples United leads Miami Dutch Lions 3-2. Naples got off to a 2-0 start, and within about a minute of their second goal, the Dutch Lions struck with their first goal of the match. And then, for those of you that didn't tune in, they scored, they being the Dutch Lions, just minutes, 2 minutes maybe at the most, before halftime on a phantom foul, I guess is what we'll call it. We really couldn't tell what it was called, and it was a direct kick, and they scored on an own goal by Naples. And I'll let Tim mention the goal scorers for Naples, the first 3 goals of the night, and as Winston said, probably not the last 3 for Naples. Hopefully not.
Yeah, absolutely. The way this game's going, it's going to be a very exciting game, and it just depends on who defense is actually going to.
We're inside the 18, the Dutch Lions, and that's just a foul, or a fall, I should say, incidental, and it's going to be a goal kick for Naples.
So anyway, our halftime stats, fouls for Naples United, they had 4. Dutch Lions, they had 9. Offsides, which is a big bugaboo for Naples United, it cost them. They had 5 offsides. They also had 5 shots on goal, and the Dutch Lions had 7. Saves, Blanco had 4, and the Dutch Lions keeper had 2. They each had 1 corner kick apiece.
And Naples scored on its corner kick. That was the first goal of the match. And the second goal is on a restart on the near sideline. That's Gonzalez trying to keep it in bounds. He does. Cano's fighting for it. It's knocked out, and it'll be Naples' throw. Taking the throw is Diaz. And the official had enough, I guess, of
And
Cano.
Cano's got to be careful because he's already playing with a yellow card.
He's a very physical front runner, which as a coach you like to see. And this one's going out. Again, it'll be Naples' throw. Throw in by Diaz down the wing. The center back for the Dutch Lions plays it back to his keeper. That is Peter Wenzel, who one times it out of the 18. It's a 50-50, won by Naples. Nice little move by Diaz. Fakes the big hit, instead keeps it. And Morisco has it knocked out of bounds, so it'll be Naples' throw again.
Now, one thing hopefully that the boys picked up from halftime is that there is a lot of room for the forwards, and they need to get the ball passed a little bit quicker. Hopefully Coach Poland saw that and talked to them about serving the ball a little bit quicker, and kind of like watching the offsides. That really was quite a problem in the first half for Naples.
This is knocked off a Naples player, off of Diaz. It'll be Dutch Lions throwing.
The other thing is that defensively, hopefully they'll start communicating, directing things a little bit better back there, because the Dutch Lions are really trying to spread them out and looking for that open player, and they have had a little bit of success finding that open player, which has created some problems. And thank God it hasn't been extra goals, because we actually could be tied at 3-3 if that was to be a case.
Naples really needs an insurance goal here. Give themselves a little breathing room, because one more goal by the Dutch Lions, it's tied, and it's anybody's game after that. So really important that Naples strikes first. Give them, like I said, a little breathing room, and it'll put the Dutch Lions on their heels, and a lot more pressure will be put on them. A foul called by the assistant referee on the near sideline against Naples, so it'll be a free kick for the Dutch Lions. And on the far side, slowly, no pressure, so they're going to dribble up to midfield, play it ahead, one touch, gets out wide. Big switch coming to the near side, and it's intercepted. Diaz with his, Johnny Gonzalez. Gonzalez with his, I should have known as soon as I saw the blazing speed.
Oh, slipped and both fell off the turf. And the ball goes out off of Dutch Lions. It's going to be a throw-in for Naples.
Lucky break there. Now there's Diaz, 14. And he will take the throw-in for Naples. Just starting the second half, 3-2, Naples leads the Miami Dutch Lions. Headed out of the 18 One touched, and it's out of bounds again for Naples. Boy, they've gotten breaks as far as the throw-ins to start this half. It'll be Diaz once more to toss this one in. Looking for someone. And Morisco lets it right past him, and it's cleared away by a Dutch Lions defender. Hadi in a wrestling match with the Dutch attacker. No call there, I don't believe. It's just going to be a throw-in for Miami. And they throw it back to the defender. That's Lars van der Gloot. Big switch in the air. The Dutch Lions able to collect. It seems, Tim, that each team's kind of feeling their way through the start of the second half. They're just kind of being very patient.
It's very interesting. The thing is that I can see that some of our boys are getting a little frustrated because I know that they're looking to try to shrink the field to take away some of the open area that the Lions have had, and that's also going to create some things for the Naples United team. The one thing I really haven't seen tonight, something that they've done for the past few games, is a lot of great combination play. But here they're on their back heels, and the Lions are taking it to them.
Yeah, whiff on the
Swing
shot,
and a miss.
Woo. Lucky break for Naples there, and that's a handball.
There's going to be handball.
That's pretty obvious. So it'll be a direct kick for Naples.
But the one thing which this team is so talented with, like I was saying, is the possession. When they possess the ball, that give and go, they can make teams really overcommit and frustrate them, which left us into an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net. Well, we've seen some combination play, but this has been kind of like more of a direct style tonight. It hasn't been that individuals, get into your diamonds, knock it around inside that diamond, and making those diagonal runs here tonight so far for Naples United.
And New United has it far side line. They play it up, and it's collected and intercepted by the Dutch Lions. There's a quick little combination for the Lions. They get it ahead. In the middle of the pitch, it's Alvarez, who gets shoved from behind, no call. Diaz drops to Hadi. Hadi comes near side to Johnny Gonzalez. Nice turn, beats the defender. He's still on it, plays ahead. Morisco had it for a second, loose ball. Bodies flying everywhere.
Oh, and there we're going to have a foul, and we're going to get a card.
So card called on the Dutch Lions, Lars van der Gloot, the center back. So it'll be a free kick for Naples. Unfortunately, Johnny Gonzalez is down. Juan Cano is calling for the trainer to come out to attend to Gonzalez. Hopefully this is not serious.
If they are calling the trainer out, he did take a pretty good whack in the back of the leg.
Yes, he did. One thing that we saw, Tim, in the second match here at home, the first one that we broadcast, was a lot more getting the ball to the wings and driving it up the wings and cross it. We saw so much of that in the second home game of the year, which was the first we did, and even the one after that. Tonight I'm not seeing as much wing play.
No, we're not, that's what I'm talking about, possession. The possession is not there. That has been. Now, if you're looking for something to keep the kids busy while we're in summer down here in Naples, they're out of school, well, you can do a couple of different things. One is do the Naples United Youth Develop Program Tuesdays and Thursday nights at 6 p.m., ages 4 through 9. You can go to naplesunited.com/club soccer. But there's also other soccer clinics, and they're welcome for ages 4 through 19 all through the summer. Go to and register at naplesunited.com/camps.
So free kick, dangerous position here if you're the Dutch Lions. Hopefully for Naples, the United will take advantage. And Marisi rips a shot, collected cleanly, pretty cleanly.
I
Peter
wouldn't
Wenzel.
say that was cleanly. That was quite
Yeah.
the bobble.
A little bobble. It didn't get away from him, though, which could have been really trouble for the Dutch Lions. So that's the second time Marisi has taken a rip on a free kick. Dutch Lions have it near sideline. And they drop it back to Van der Gloot, who plays a floater over the top. Hadi knocks it. It goes off of Diaz out of bounds for a throw for the Dutch Lions. Into the corner, Hadi booms it. It's a 50-50. Won by the Dutch Lions. And Diaz. Holy mackerel, what
Another
a
chop
whack.
from behind.
Man alive. I could hear that from up here in the press box. Not just see it, but hear it, which is really bad if you can hear it this far away with a crowd in front of you kind of buffering
And
the
he
sound.
also gets himself a yellow card.
Wow. That was a professional foul, and we'll see the replay. No, we won't see the replay.
Number 5.
So that foul is committed by, thank you. Tim had to point him out on my roster. James Raptis. Could be Raptiste. The official is telling the Naples United bench she doesn't want to hear any more. She issued a yellow. She thought that was all that was needed. And now Hadi will take the free kick on the near side. That was pretty vicious. Booming kick near the top of the box. Nobody collects it on the first touch, and the Dutch Lions get it out of trouble and play it to the far sideline. A little pressure put on there by Marisi. Big switch. Coming to the near sideline.
defensive
Diaz.
play.
Diaz again, we've called his number and said his name quite a bit tonight, intercepting a number of passes. Now the Lions looking to switch back to the far side, and this one is not a good cross, not a good switch.
A little bit sloppy from what we've seen in the first half, a little more physical, and they're kind of hacking and whacking each other a little bit. So this could be a very interesting second half, and it's going to be, who's going to make a mistake? That's what it's going to look at, and that's these two teams. They both have taken advantage of mistakes by each other out here tonight on the pitch.
And again, not to be redundant, it's like they're kind of just feeling their way here to start second half. Neither one can really get in any kind of rhythm. I mean, it was so up and down the first half for both teams. And really, think about it, Tim. Blanco hasn't touched the ball at all. And
we're going to have a free kick coming up for United.
Winsel's had the one save, but it's really been played between the 18s. Not much action around either goal mouth. We have played 57 minutes of this 90-minute match. Naples United on the near side. Coming back for it is Gonzalez. Good to see him still up on his feet because he got whacked pretty hard a little while ago. Now Diaz. That's a dangerous play, but it's a nice job by Roddy to get it back out of trouble. The Lions play it ahead. Diaz there to intercept. Tried to be a little too fancy.
Got his pocket picked.
Yep. And they get it wide. Intercepted by Hadi, though, coming back for Naples. Ahead to Gonzalez. Plays it forward to Alvarez. Now Cano coming back for the ball as the front runner for Naples. Dances. Oh, was that a Meg?
Unfortunately, he almost worked out in his favor.
Yeah. Throw in for the Dutch Lions. Now the keeper, Winsel, receives it at his feet. Plays it out of the box. They don't have their heights and weights listed, Tim, but Winsel is a big boy. I mean, he looks big.
Well, anytime that, if you're familiar with playing Dutch teams, there are normally some fairly good-sized gentlemen out there.
And usually one of them is the keeper. I mean, I look at a Blanco, he's tall. And I look at Winsel, I'm like, he's big body. He's a big boy.
Another foul on the Dutch Lions, and the referee's having another little conversation again.
Yeah, the Dutch Lions might want to contain themselves a little bit.
That's their fifth foul, besides getting 2 yellow cards here in the second half already.
Sometimes teams, as you know, Tim, can get so caught up in emotions that they just lose track of what they're supposed to be doing. I think that's happening to the Dutch Lions. So many fouls, yellows, they're not even thinking about possessing right now.
And the thing is that when you're on the road, that's the last thing you want to do, because in most cases, when you're playing against a home team, the referee may or may not know them, and they don't necessarily give them any favors. But you get in the referee's bad side, and it can create worse problems. And the littlest things could turn around and be a major big problem down the road.
Johnny Gonzalez on the ball. Escapes past one defender, plays it out to Cano, back heel to
Just
the
backed it
coach.
out because there's a player that's down for the
Okay.
Dutch Lions,
Ooh.
and he hasn't been able to get up. So
Cano just kicks out of
Kicked it
bounds,
out.
a gentlemanly thing to do so that they can stop play and take a look. And the trainer is getting, you'll see here a second, coming onto the field in her golf cart to check
that will
on
definitely
his condition.
speed things up a little bit instead of her trying to walk across the field. But with that hit, it seems like he tried to get up and he went down. And so he might be, don't know if he's given a thumbs up that he's okay and he's going to just come over here, get some water, go back into the game, or if he needs to have a substitution, which here in the league is that once you are out, you are definitely out of the game.
He's on the far side, kind of testing it out.
Also, everybody's given a water break.
Referee coming to talk to the head coach of the Dutch Lions. That is Robert Stoutenberg. And as Tim indicated, everyone taking a little H2O break, getting hydrated. It's really humid tonight. We were talking before we went on the air that northern part of Naples, where I live, we had a rain shower, and I think, some people think, oh, it rains, it's going to cool things off. This one did not. This one just created more steam and humidity. So it's kind of muggy tonight, to use a term from where we are up north. We are still at 3-2. That was our halftime score. Naples leading the Dutch Lions with 61 minutes played. You know there's going to be a decent amount of injury time added at the end of this half because of this right here, not to mention a couple other serious fouls that have delayed things. So the Dutch Lions just throw it back into Naples. Again, the gentlemanly thing to do since Cano kicked it out so they would have time to tend to their injured player, who I believe is...
He's back in.
Yeah, he's walked back onto the pitch. On the ball is Morisco, loses it, fights to get it back, and instead it's Alvarez who intercepts for Naples. Cano sees the man open far side, kind of mishit it, but it did make it, just not with a lot of pace. Marisi, I believe, is on it. Plays across to Morisco. Morisco, one man to beat. He's in the 18. Shot, saved, out of bounds, corner.
Good shot and save, corner kick.
So Wenzel with a save there and a shot by Morisco.
That's what the guys need to do a little bit more of. That was very nice, very well played. Taking it to the outside, get a couple touches, swing it back around.
And this will be Johnny Gonzalez to take the corner kick. On the near side, you can barely see him on the right side of your screen. And he's getting ready. Serves it in.
Headed straight up. But it gets cleared out by the Dutch Lion. And there's going to be a foul. And there's going to be a card. Yep. Card for Naples.
It'll be the keeper, Wenzel, to take the kick for the Dutch Lions. So that foul against Naples. Again, now Naples kind of getting into the foul column. And this second half has just had no rhythm and a couple shots. That's it.
It's been very disruptive. There's been absolutely no chance for one team or another to gain any type of momentum or feel of this game right now.
The Dutch switch it to the near side. Dropping it back. And it's won
Gonzalez.
Briefly by Gonzalez. Man alive, he's got some quicks. As you noted, and you said you loved his effort and work ethic at training the other night.
Yeah, he was working real hard. He was also getting after the players, saying, come on, we got to work hard, we got to do things. But that's what you got to have when you're trying to get up to that next level.
There's a lot of combos that we haven't seen by either team in this half. But Naples was able to intercept. Marisi drops it straight back to Poklaba, who has one of Naples' 3 goals on the night. And now on the far side, they slow it down, wait for help. And Poklaba again plays it forward, headed back down the field by the center back. Errant pass. Hadi intercepts and booms it down the field, collected nicely by Morisco. Now there's a little possession being shown by Naples, and it created a corner because they did the same thing just a few moments ago.
It's going to be a throw-in for the Dutch line. That's the one thing which the training that I was at, the one thing which Coach Poland was taking care of. He was looking at them doing 1- and 2-touch passing in tight areas. And they really haven't done a whole lot of that tonight, and that's one thing that they're very good at.
Diaz with another intercept.
Try to look for the foul as he was getting pushed from behind, but referee wasn't having any of that.
Nope. But again, Diaz he anticipates so well. That's like his strong suit, is he really anticipates, and of course having some good wheels helps too to intercept those passes. Dutch Lions trying a little build-up of their own.
There we're going to have a foul.
Yep. That one not nearly as flagrant as many of the others have been in this half, to put it lightly. That just an old-fashioned, little aggressive body check, but it's in a dangerous position. It's about 32 yards from the goal.
And it also looks like we're going to be getting our first substitution of the night. And that's going to be for the Miami Dutch Lions. They're trying to get the referee's attention.
Yep.
And here they finally have it.
Xavier Granger coming in, number 11. And let's see who he will be replacing. So Xavier Granger coming in, and exiting is... Waited to see his number. Turn around. He did not turn around. They don't have their numbers on their shorts, so as he was coming towards us, never saw the number. Here's a booming kick in the 18, cleared out by Naples United. Poklaba quickly ahead. And the Dutch Lions now collect and reset through their keeper. We have played 67 minutes. It's 3-2. Naples United leading. These are the top 2 teams in the Southern Conference Division. And the Dutch Lions on the attack. Hadi slides in.
Goes out.
Yep. So it worked as it was kicked out by the Dutch player, and it's going to be a goal kick for Naples.
Well, one thing tonight, we have to give a big shout out to all the fans who came out for this grand opening tonight. It's great to have you in the stands and hear the enthusiasm that's going on. They're blowing their zelas that are going on, the vuvuzelas, and the kids are having fun. They've had some exhibition matches that went on. There was one prior to the game tonight. Then they also had another great kids game, and everybody loves the kids game at halftime. But this is just the start, folks. We want to take this up a couple of notches, especially where they want to take this team. And the thing is that they're doing a great job of it. And now we've got a beautiful stadium, one of the top-of-the-art stadiums in the country here in Naples. And we want you to come out and support the team. And don't forget, if you're a Ben Allen fan, July 3rd, we are having our first concert here in the stadium. So check that out. Tickets start at $10.
Ben Allen, Naples-based band, performing here, as Tim said, July 3rd. That was originally, the night that Naples United was going to play. So that game is now pushed to the 4th of July. Yes, you heard me correctly, 4th of July. There'll be a match here. Tim will be carrying the load. I will be out of state, something that was booked and planned a long time ago. So Tim will be a one-man show on the next home match, which is July 4th. In the Dutch, knocking it around. There you can see on your screen, Xavier Granger coming on. It was Felipe Alvarez, number 16, who left the match. Thank you, Juan, for helping us out with that. Well, big play ahead looking for Gonzalez. Nice job of collecting that by the Dutch Lions. That's Ricky Soto, number 15, who's done a pretty solid job on this side of the pitch defending. Well, lots of time and space for the Dutch Lions here, about 25 yards out. They play it out to the corner of the 18. Across is not a very good one. Definitely a wasted opportunity. Hottie with a long ball. Kano flicks it. One by, there it is, 5. Juan corrected me. I said 15. It was 5 that's playing that left back position for the Dutch, not 15. So that's James Raptis.
And we're going to have a foul.
Naples starting to get into the act.
Quick start, intercepted.
Yeah, playing really direct right now. The Dutch Lions more so than Naples, which is kind of unusual considering the Dutch Lions, Tim, are known throughout the country and the world for being a possession type of team. I mean, like you said, Ajax, and this half, they have really been direct.
Yeah, they've been, well, both teams have been rather direct. I mean, they're both disrupting what the other team wants to do. And in this cases, when you're in games like this, you're trying to force your will on the other team. And the other team's not having any of it. And so it's becoming more of a physical game and very disruptive. So the teams aren't really getting any flow. And so what it's going to come down to eventually, I would say it might be if somebody commits a foul or some type of an errant mistake that could cost them.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like some kind of free kick, could decide who wins and who loses or ties this match. It'll be a throw-in for Naples United. One thing I don't think we mentioned, maybe we did, and I apologize if we did already, but, there's the officials coming over. Kano and the center back for the Dutch Lions have been mixing it up quite a bit. That's Lars Vandergloot. She already spoke to those two earlier in that same spot, as a matter of fact, on the field. But what I was going to say is you look across the field, a lot of young faces on the side of the Dutch. Baby faces, some of them, like number 18 right here. So the Dutch trying to go the other way, but it's intercepted. Now Naples being very patient. Little combo there. It's collected by Roddy. Roddy, lots of time and space. Not many people moving for him, though, although he does play it up and wide successfully. Top is Kano. Kano trying to get a shot. A little dance Maradona move, and it's
just
wide.
off the post.
Oh, he pulled the Maradona from about 20, 21 yards. Of course, a lot of Argentinian players here, so shouldn't surprise anybody that we're going to see some Maradona moves. Short kick in the box for the Dutch Lions. We have played 73 minutes of this match. All 5 goals were scored in the first half. We all thought, Tim, myself, Winston, that going to continue to be a lot of goals scored, but it has been just the opposite.
One thing that Naples has to really want to come into this game right now and finish this one at home because they hit the road for the next 4 weeks. Next 4 games, they're on the road. They're going to be next week, they're going to be playing the Storm next Saturday over in Davie, Florida. And then they travel and play again Miami United. And then they play once again the Dutch Lions. And then they travel up to Orlando for the last of their road trips and playing the Central Florida Panthers before they come back home here on July 4th. So they really need to take care of business here at home. It's very, very important. They need to at least get a minimum of if not 3 points, 1 point, and set them up to be ready for the playoffs.
As Tim mentioned earlier, playoffs scheduled for July 14th. 4 teams from this conference will qualify, and the top 2 seeds will host the other 2 teams. So important not just to make the playoffs, but really important to be one of the top 2 seeds. If the playoffs were to start today, these 2 teams would be the top 2 seeds. So Naples would be hosting. And the United has it. Near sidelines, Johnny Gonzalez. Overlapping is Diaz, but he's not able to get the ball. This one looked like, it went off of a defender, so it'll be Naples' throw. And we mentioned a few weeks ago, we've already been told by the ownership of Naples United that home or on the road, when it comes to the playoffs, everybody's intention is that we bring the game to you here live streamed with Tim and myself. Nice. Again, Diaz with another interception. My goodness. Tripped, no call. Naples on. Oh, nice ball by Cano ahead.
Oh, that one's going to be questionable. That one's a questionable call because you have to look at when the ball was kicked and when he made his move. But the AR thought that he was ahead, so they called Naples offside once again.
We're going to have a replay right here for you. Whoa, that was close. Can we see it one more time? One. Just keep your eye on Marisi, 7, and, of course, Cano, who's going to take the kick. Let's see. Oh, he's on. By look at you, it's great that they're right on the layout where the dark meets the light. Oh, I tell you what, he looked on to me.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man!
But the thing is, with that being said, as an AR, if you've called a number of offsides in the first half, when you flip sides of the field, you already have a tendency. Well, they've been offside, so watch it, and so you're gonna maybe not be as courteous with your calls.
That's a good point. Trying to slide one through, and it goes out of bounds, rides out, goal kick for Naples. Obviously, the AR has the best view. I mean, he's right on it. You saw on the screen, we're not looking square to it. Now we have another player down for Naples in the back, and they're calling for a trainer. That's Poklaba calling for the trainer to come out. Can't see who is down yet because obviously their number's on the floor. So yeah, it's a tough situation. But man alive, on the replay from the vantage point of our camera here, it looked like they were both on the dark. If it was off, it would have been like his nose or his hand was just forward a little bit.
If you've watched any of the Premier League soccer, where they have the AR. Well, what happens is
here it is one more time. I think one's going to wind it back a little bit. So right when
the ball gets played, it might have been a shoulder in front. And that's what I was going to bring up because if you watch that's the thing, is that you've got to be even. But the thing is that when the ball is passed, but it is the call of the AR, and we don't have VAR, so we can't do anything about it.
I tell you what, it's by a hair. It is so close. So when it's that close, and the referee makes a call, you can't really argue. If it's obvious offsides that he doesn't call, then you've got an argument. That wasn't the case. Would have been nice to see what happened, because that would have been a great opportunity for Naples. We need an insurance goal. We're up 3-2, and that appears to be Goss coming off the field. It appears to be number 3. Yeah, I think that is Goss, who's played called his name quite a bit in the first half. Now we have a foul on Naples.
And with that, we had a sub, number 18.
That would be Myers, I think, right? Good memory serves me. Oh, Pierlo. Thank you, Juan. Yes, Jose Pierlo is now in. You can see him in your screen right there in the middle, backing up near the official. And that's Marisi receiving that long ball. He's got a couple guys to beat. The defender steps in, collects, strips him. Lots of time and space right now for Pedro Caratini on the ball. He swings it near side. James Raptis whose name we've called quite a bit, as I said earlier, done a really good job locking down this near sideline for the Dutch Lions. 79 minutes played. Not much time left obviously for either team. Naples really could use one more goal. I don't want to say that would seal the deal, Tim, but it would definitely help.
Yeah, they definitely need to. But the thing is that they're, it's like we said, they're playing chess and they're stymieing each other.
Yeah, they really are. It's kind of like likening it to playing kind of in a bog, a muddy field. It's really kind of slow. Everything's slowed down, not real crisp, very few combinations. As Wenzel rolls out to the center back.
But the one thing which I am seeing is that when players are coming together, it's not necessarily going for the ball. They're kind of like more going for each other. There's a lot of shoulder and forearms, in the backs going on from both teams all over the field.
Well, as I said earlier, it seems like that's become the focus of the Dutch Lions. And they've just gotten that, in their heads, and they're really, off their game plan. That is for sure, because they did a really good job in the first half of knocking it around. Remember, all the 1-2 combinations, triangles. We've not seen that from them, I don't believe, once this half. Whoa, that's pretty obvious.
That's going to be a booking, looks like, as well.
Oh, okay.
He just got into the game.
So, yellow card issued to Jose Pierlo. Where are we on the fouls in this half, Tim?
We are 5 each.
Okay. Kind of evened up after.
5 each and 2 yellow cards on each team.
Did we have yellows first half?
Yes, we did.
Okay. I couldn't recall. There definitely been a lot more colors this half. They play a relatively short ball on the restart. Get it out wide. The Dutch Lions cross back post, saved,
And
or was it?
it's going to be offsides.
Oh, okay. Boy, it's really hard to be called offsides on that type of play.
And that's the first offsides that the Dutch Lions have had here this evening.
Well, that is the same official called a ton on Naples the first half. So not really a surprise. At least he's being consistent. Naples needing an insurance goal. Ahead, it's Cano. He's got 3 guys to get through, looking to cross it, looking for Mauricio on the backside, cleared out of there, but settled up top.
Oh, and he just couldn't bring it underneath control.
No, Mauricio tried to get it. Instead, he was stripped, and going the other way are the Dutch Lions. Oh, nice through ball outside the 18. Good opportunity for the Dutch Lions. Oh, and a Meg. Holy mackerel. He's still going. Well, interesting to play a short ball in the box there by
I don't think they deliberately tried to do that, but it just kind of the way it was going. That's the one thing. The defense has got to shore up their defense. There's times to play safe and play short and to do things, but the way that you've got to contain players at this level, you can't have your legs open, and that's what they're doing. I'm seeing these guys coming up, and instead of being in a stance to where you can either turn left or right and block it, you don't want the guy nutmegging you, and that's what's happening. The ball's going between your legs, and you're getting beat. Can't do that at this level.
When I coached, I always told my players, I called it side saddle. Got to be side saddle, side on or side saddle, not squared up with your feet apart. Boy, that was Megan the 18's even more dangerous and embarrassing. Here's a cross. Now the Dutch Lions are kind of getting into a rhythm. Fortunately for Naples, it's cleared out of there by Roddy. However, the Dutch win it again. Played ahead. Oh, a dummy that was almost collected by the Dutch Lions in the 18. Instead, it'll be a throw-in for the Dutch Lions.
And now the Dutch Lions have really, they're pushing in toward the box. You can see the number. As a matter of fact, they've got all 10 players up near midfield.
Not surprising. There's 7 minutes left in the match, not counting injury time, and they're down 3-2. So their coach, Robert Stoutenberg, is pushing everybody forward. The keeper's out of the 18 in the back. And they're playing it down the middle. And
we're going to have a foul.
I couldn't argue on that. Mauricio getting
also
booked.
A yellow card, another yellow card.
Yellow cards are flying in this half. Dangerous, dangerous. Remember what we said a little while ago, Tim. A free kick might be the difference in winning, losing, or tying.
Right now, it seems like the wave is kind of going toward the Dutch Lions. They've had the momentum, and they're carrying the game right now.
Really, about just the last 3 to 4 minutes. It's barely crossed midfield into the Naples offensive third. One thing I will note, Tim, is it appears when the Dutch collect the ball around midfield, Naples isn't pushing up. They're sitting in, and that just causes more issues. And here comes the free kick for the Dutch Lions. Served in, floater. It's up in the air, 50-50, headed out. Trying to clear it again is Naples. And we have a man down for Naples right near the PK mark. That is Cano.
Yep, that's Cano. He got it right in the head. And that also might have been with Blanco, who had he tried to come up to punch the ball through. And I think
that was the collision.
there was a collision of bodies inside the box.
You can't believe it here. I think we're going to have the replay. Nope. It shows the after effect, unfortunately. I think you're right, Tim, because Blanco came out aggressively as he should, and the other players for Naples trying to get it out of there as well, and unfortunately that sometimes happens. But he's up. That's a good sign. Still holding his head. Uh-oh. She's sending him off.
They might be making him go off to the touchline because they did call for the trainer, and then the referee will call him back on to the field once he has done that.
It's going to be a rare drop at the corner of the 18. This is Naples' defensive third. So dangerous situation here.
Now she's changing it. They're trying to give them.
Okay, is it a drop? Is it a free kick for the Dutch Lions? Why would she indicate that the other Naples players need to give more space?
That doesn't make sense because the ball was still in play.
And why are the Dutch
when
now?
She called it because it's seeing the player in duress in the box.
This is unusual. She just going to give it to the Dutch Lions?
He's just dropping it, and they're making
10 yards. Very unusual. Rare call.
And it's back in play.
Served in the 18 trouble here. Look out. Diaz able to get it out of harm's way.
And they wave Cano back into the field of play.
Thank goodness. He's okay, and he's up ahead, running this down, unable to catch it. However, they find Cano on the near side. How fast can he run right now, though, after having his head knocked? He's holding it, waiting for help. The defenders getting a little grabby. Gonzalez now fakes the cross, now plays forward.
Good ball. Almost.
Almost got it to.
And it looks like Cano is he's back down on the ground and he's grabbing his head. So I think he's going to be probably getting taken out of the game because by running like that in this heat.
Yeah, and especially when you're talking about this day and age, concussions and worrying about players, playing after getting hit in the head. I mean, that was a pretty good collision with Blanco down in the Naples box.
And I've got to say, as we are getting close to the 90-minute mark, there's going to be at least a minimum of 5, maybe 6 minutes of extra added time.
I would say, 5 would be safe. Remember, I think it was our first broadcast, the second match of the year for Naples, there was like 6 minutes added. It was a long amount of added time. Let's see what we're going to do with the substitute. It appears for Naples, who is up and getting ready to check in. Raul Sanchez, number 9, is kind of hovering by the midfield stripe in front of the fourth official. You can see Cano there slowly walking off the pitch with the trainer. And here he comes right into your screen. Coach Poland coming over. Oh, you never can question Cano's effort in a match. That's for sure. That guy gives 110. He and Gonzalez, I think, just their motors never stop. Now the Dutch Lions up ahead. We're at the 89-minute mark, but there's going to be plenty of extra time, and it's going to be thrown for the Dutch Lions. One thing that Naples doesn't want to see happen again, Tim, is what happened last week, and that is giving something up late in the game. 30 seconds to go. At least 6 more minutes. Our director and producer informs us. But here we go with what we were saying a little bit ago, Tim. They're starting, they being the Dutch Lions, getting into their rhythm, getting into their possession game. A big switch here. Collected. Cuts in, has time and space, lays it across. Look out.
Good defensive play. All ball. What is going on now? What is going on now? Hold on, fellas. Don't get too heated. Keep composed. Hold on.
Here's the replay. Dangerous situation.
All ball first.
Yeah, that was not a PK. No way. He fell after the ball was tackled from him. There's absolutely no way you can call a penalty kick there.
But I'm wondering, because she didn't
She
call
didn't
it.
right there. And then, now what happened right there where that player got tripped? Can we see it again, Juan? One more time? I think it's the foul that happened at the top of the 18. And that one actually looked more like a legit foul. Let's see.
That ball, that's fine.
Ooh, wait a minute.
But he rolled into it.
Second one, but I'm not sure I saw any contact. When we get to that point, can you super slow-mo it? Let's take a look.
That's good.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
He tripped
fell
on
his own.
He fell on his own. He took a dive.
I think that was the one they called because she didn't indicate anything after the first one, and that was a total dive. Oh, my gosh. Too bad you can't use replay like they do now in baseball and NFL, MLB, and
Well,
NFL.
they also have VAR, but it's only in certain games, and we're not at that level.
Oh, my goodness.
Very interesting call by the official.
I think, Tim, she's human, and she probably saw 2 guys go down and felt like, I got to call one of these, But you know what? Neither one was really a foul.
No.
But again, I think I can kind of understand what she was thinking, but it doesn't make it the right call. Here we go. Christian Blanco for Naples in the frame. The number 1 keeper, most tenured player on Naples roster, Max Bush, 23, will be taking the PK. This would tie it in injury time. And here we go. Goal. In injury time, a goal scored by Miami. Dutch Lions. Wow. Here we got some very irate players on the Naples sideline and the Naples fans here in the stands as well, and with every reason. Hey, the game ain't over, folks. There's still a few minutes of injury time left, probably about 3 or 4. So Naples just needs to try to do to Miami what Boca did to them, and that's score in the last minute of the match.
Show some composure, get after it, and go hard. Attack the goal immediately. And the referee's going to stop that because that wasn't set up properly. Everybody wasn't on their side of the field. And you still got to wait you have to wait for the official to blow the whistle in order to get it done.
23 scored the goal. That was Max Bush for Miami. Now this one counts. Still probably about 3 minutes left. It would be nice to have Cano out there right now. He's a great finisher. This becomes a 50-50, picked up by the left back, and he's carrying up ahead. It's about even numbers. If they're not going to play for the tie, they're going to play for the win. So they're going to keep driving.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
more of a foul than what was caught on the PK.
Yep.
And
here we got a break.
Sanchez, who just came in for Cano. knocked off the ball. That looked pretty clean. He just got, bodied up. But right now, Naples got to pressure that. You
don't be walking back toward the ball.
No way. But by the same token, Tim, you don't want to
And here we're going to have
offsides.
offsides.
You don't want to push everybody forward because you're not losing, and get scored on in the last minute. It's still tied 3-3. So you got to still go forward, but you can't, forget to defend in the back. Naples has about 4 guys, even with the last defenders, so they're trying to get something here on this restart. Time is of the essence, probably about a minute and a half.
Well, don't forget to add on a little extra time because of that PK.
Oh, mackerel, that PK. Ball served down toward the corner off of the Miami team, so it should be, yes, Naples throw in. That's Marisi. Plays it in. Oh, nice turn. Marisi gets it back. Marisi gets it through the legs.
We got a corner kick.
In the corner. This could be it. You got to somehow make good on this. Sin Blanco?
No, you got enough players up there. Just be safe. But yes, I'd send the rest of the house in there, though. Got the one man marked up top.
They got Alvarez.
That's all you
marking.
need.
Oh, no, they're sneak. They got 2 back here now. Naples does. And that might have been wise. I was going to. Diaz on the ball. Finds Morisco, looking, got to send it in early. He does. Nobody's on the near post.
Goes right to the keeper.
Got to bend it away from the keeper, and you also should have a runner on that near post to kind of obstruct the keeper, which Naples did not have. Punt goes long distance.
And he got undercut.
Yep, but it was called. Now you really got to push everybody up except the keeper, probably. They play to Gonzalez short. He serves it in.
Well-driven ball. But there's no blue shirts running toward it.
Nope. The Dutch clear it. Marisi trying to win it back. It's down in the corner, and it's going to be Naples' throw. We're looking at any second now. Naples has to get a shot off soon. Running out of time. But you don't want to shoot from that distance. Now you can. Diaz has to get a hit. Oh, we're in the 18. A touch, a shot. Saved by the keeper.
Ball's loose.
Holy mackerel. Wentz saves it.
And that's it. That's going to be the ball game.
Tie game, 3-3, a draw with a very, very questionable penalty kick. Again, we have the advantage of the replay, which the referee does not. And we got to see a dive resulting in a game-tying goal. And watch out here because players are talking to the officials and talking with each other. That's the last thing we need is somebody getting, carded after the match, which can't happen. All right, so this ends 3-3 draw. We will take a break, and I will be down talking to Coach Poland in a couple of moments. To Paradise Coast Sports Complex. I'm Brian Kelly, joined now by Coach Poland. Coach, tough draw. I mean, it was, we could talk about the call all day. We have the benefit of replay, and, people could see what they see, and that the guy wasn't touched. How do you, approach your team after kind of a gut-wrenching tie? Not a loss, thank goodness, but still, instead of 3 points, you get one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the loss of points is massive, and that hurts. But the result is still good. I think 3-3 against this team is still a good result. I think you have to look at the positives of it. Obviously, yeah, you can discuss, and everyone can have their opinion on that. I know I have my opinion, but at the end of the day, you have to make sure that the game can never be put in the hands of the referees by themselves. So we had opportunities to finish the game off and go 4-1, 4-2 at different times. If we do that, we're not complaining about this, and we're walking away with 3 points. So more so just looking at what we can do to improve, right? We can't affect the referees, so we can't really put our energy towards that.
And you make a good point. Tim and I were talking about that coming down on the elevator from the press box, that you just don't want to give the refs that opportunity to have to make that call, because I think you'll admit the last 5 to 6 minutes, the momentum was definitely in favor of the Dutch Lions, where it was really kind of 50-50 for most of the second half. And then all of a sudden they just kind of push forward a little bit more. And one thing I mentioned is it looked like when you guys cleared it, your guys were kind of not pushing out. They were just setting in. I think sometimes that's a mental thing the players have, like, hey, if we sit in here, park the bus, we're safe. But get out of there. There's less stuff that can happen, which now they might have learned the hard way.
Yeah, it's a good learning experience for guys. You have to be very mentally tough to finish out a game and hold it on for when you have a 1-goal lead. The last 5-10 minutes you see all the time, goals get scored, and you have to be mentally tough to, yes, you're compact, yes, you're holding in, but when you get out, you have to get up, give yourself that space, that breath of air. And yeah, as you said, we were slow to get out of that situation, and obviously that didn't help us in the end.
How's Kano doing with his head?
I'm not sure yet. He's been getting testing, so haven't talked to him since then. We'll see. We'll probably, I'm sure later today, have a better update of what he's feeling and what the process will be getting him back.
Okay, really, last thing before we let you go. A couple weeks ago, it was Perchie, I thought was defensively man of match. Today, Diaz just kept intercepting passes. He seems to read the game so well and has such great anticipation.
Yeah, he did incredible today. He's very good at recovering, making those recovering runs and covering for his center back. So hats off to him. I told him at halftime, I said, just keep playing the way you are, and that's man of the match performance in my opinion.
I agree. I just called his name so much because he just anticipates so well, knowing where the ball is intended to go, and just steps in those lanes and takes it the other way, and then just doesn't boom it. He has the patience and the calmness to find, a teammate up front, and that kind of helps you guys on your build-up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and especially the style we want to play. We want our outside backs pushing forward and being aggressive. So obviously you could tell the difference with him back and healthy in the roster this week compared to last week's game. So hopefully continues to play at this level the rest of the season.
Hey, the best thing you could say, positive, as far as everything that we've come to this point in the season, you guys only have one loss. That's pretty good after, 5 matches?
Yeah, at the end of it, if you had told us 5 games in with 3-1-1, I think we'd be pretty satisfied. Obviously, both games we didn't take 3 points away from, we're not happy with, we're not satisfied. But I think that's also good because it means the standard of what this team expects and holds each other to is quite high, and that's a very good sign going forward.
All right, thanks for joining us post-game again, Coach, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll be back in a moment. Tim will be joining me for final thoughts.
Go.
Welcome back. I'm Brian Kelly at Paradise Sports Complex, joined now by Coach Stoltenberg, the head coach of the Miami Dutch Lions. Coach, I guess congratulations. When you're playing down most of the match, to be able to tie it up in the waning moments of injury time, you got to be pretty proud of your guys. I thought the last 5 minutes you guys really made a good push.
Yeah. We had to try to change the tempo of the game a little bit. Going down early really hurt us, and it changed our style of play a little bit. Last couple of minutes, we were just trying to push forward and try to put as much pressure on the opponent as possible.
You guys seem to kind of get back in those last 5 or 6 minutes to possessing and knocking it around, more combination play, because the beginning of the match, we saw it, or I should say after you guys were down 2-0, but then at the beginning of the second half, neither team really was knocking around. Everybody was like, I liken it to playing in mud. But you guys, the last 5, 6 minutes, started getting back to possession and combination play, and I think that's probably what led to the chance to get that PK.
Yeah, they made it really tough for us. Our game is a possession game, and looking to try to get forward and use our midfield. They press. We gave up the ball way too often in really vital areas of the field, specifically in the middle attacking third. But later on in the game, we knew that we had to start coming back and playing our game and try to switch the point of attack and try to look forward and look for the guys that were dangerous in deeper areas.
Yeah, and obviously it worked out. I assume after being down 2-0 and then 3-1, you got to be pretty pleased with coming out of this with a draw.
Yeah, my boys showed character tonight. If anything, tonight they really showed the togetherness and the camaraderie that I've been talking about with my team, and they tried to pull it out. Getting 1 point here, getting any points here is really, really tough. Getting 1 point, I'm pleased with tonight. Showed a lot, and my boys had a lot of heart.
All right, good job, and congrats on the comeback, I guess, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back, and Tim and I will wrap things up in a moment. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. 3-3 is the final score between Naples United FC and the Miami Dutch Lions. As we heard from Coach Poland, not the outcome obviously he would have liked, but you still get away with a point, in this home match, and they only have 1 loss after 5 matches.
Big thing, at least we still are undefeated at home, which that's a big thing, especially when you look at it come toward the playoffs. The one thing, we would have loved to have had 3 points today, but at least we got 1 point, and that still keeps us on top of the table. But now it's going to come down to, you're going to find out a lot about this team with our next 4 matches because we're going to be on the road before they come back here on July 4th. And the thing is that during this period of time, and it's such a short season, the thing is that as you're playing, the thing is you're going to find different problems, hiccups along the way, which this team has had. So there's things that you can work on. The thing is you don't want your team peaking too soon. And right now we're at the halfway mark of the season. So by having training, being together, that kind of helps when you're out on the road. You get to know each other a lot better. Well, what that can do is that can help develop a championship team.
Develop more camaraderie. The Miami coach said exactly that about his team. He thought that the camaraderie kind of came together for them at the right time. In the fact that they were able to fight back after being down 2-0 and then 3-1 to get a draw out of there, they're pretty happy. But Naples still in good shape for the playoffs. And as you said, we'll see how they do the next 4 weeks on the road. We will not be bringing those matches to you, but oftentimes the opponents will have the games on their websites, or you can find them on YouTube. So there's a chance you can still follow Naples United on the road the next 4 weeks. But as Tim mentioned, definitely be back here for the last home regular season game, July 4th. Tim will be carrying the weight, as I will not be here for that. But we will both be ready for the playoffs, assuming Naples makes it. So again, 3-3, the final score here tonight against the Miami Dutch Lions with Tim Hill. I'm Brian Kelly. Thanks for joining us. Good night, everyone.